Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Honey, y'all doubted me. You doubted me. But in Whitney, I trust. And let me say, if Whitney decides tomorrow she don't want to be with that man, that's his business. But as of today, I told you so. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Season 10, Episode 13, honey. The way these notes are going to go, they're going to be all over the place because one moment I was feeling one way, the next moment I was feeling another way. I was like, damn, this episode is boring. Then the episode hit me in the face. Like a ton of bricks, child. Like a ton of bricks. Okay. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell and leave a comment down below. We're going to start with Miss Jessica. I love Jess. I really do. And one thing about her, she's going to say, listen, let's get to the bottom of the story. I don't know about the he said, she said. How about we all say together?
Leah, do you want to come over here?
Yeah. I mean, like I said to you, I just feel like in the situation, I wish he was more honest with me, and that's all.
What haven't I been honest about? I've apologised that I didn't pull you first. I made a mistake. I went about it wrong.
At the end of the day, the reality is he handled it in the same way that Judas did. And essentially, the way you went about it wasn't the best, but was it explicitly wrong? No. Also, how you respond to being called out is going to make the offense look bigger than it is. And so like Judas was ironically saying, the lack of accountability and the defensiveness on top of that is what blew up the situation more than it needed to. Leah and Jess were looking for validation. Leah had gotten that now in this conversation with Jess, where basically he had acknowledged her feelings and he apologized for his hand in those feelings. But Jess is still looking for that validation in terms of interest. And so she kind of has this chip on her shoulder of like, if another woman comes in and Sammy is interested, am I going to go through this all over again? The hideaway is now open. It only took 2 weeks for them to, oh no, this is the third week. Ugh. That just shows the lack of couples, strong couples that are happening in this villa, which some people have been talking about. And I'm like, I guess it kind of makes things interesting because are we going to have like 30 people post Casa? I don't know. We've never really been here before, but yeah, this is interesting. Of course, the villa decides to send in our toxic twins.
Please choose a lucky couple to spend the night together.
Why are you moving shy for?
I am moving shy.
You gotta stand there on 12.
Listen, I didn't mean to look, but Love Island put them in my face. That's all I'm gonna say. Love Island put these two in my face, and all I'm gonna say is the toxic twins. They got some assets on them. Both of them. Okay? Shoot. Ella's working with some stuff. Tyreek is working with some stuff. Damn. In the morning debrief, they talk about how, it was just a little bit of fumbling around in the dark. Wasn't anything crazy, but this has solidified their connection. And even Ty says it's going to take a lot for his head to turn now. Let's see how long that lasts. All right, so let's talk about Medhi. Some people feel like I am enabling Medhi's microaggressions. Honestly, if you haven't seen all the videos, I don't want to hear your lip because I called this out about 2-3 videos ago. I'm not going to bring up the same conversations every episode, guys. We'll be here for 50 hours. Like it doesn't make sense. I feel like we should be able to dissect things without having all the biases all the time. Am I biased towards certain people? Absolutely. But sometimes we need to look at things objectively. So regardless of whether or not Medhi has been exhibiting microaggressions, which in my opinion, he has, and I've called them out before, I do think that the conversation that was had was an important conversation to have. And if you think about it, Whitney is that person who has been having more adult conversations. When Sammy first came in, she was asking, are you healed from that long-term relationship? And people laughed, but that's a serious question. They're now talking about love languages. They're talking about tone when they talk to each other. They actually apologize to, well, the apologies could use some help. But this is one of the more mature conversation exchanges that we're having in the villa. So if you're going to come for me saying I'm enabling certain stuff, I hope you've seen all the videos because you would know that that is not true. But anyways, one thing that I hate though, is that when Whitney explains something, it takes Medhi listening to other people for them to then see Whitney's side.
This is something I wouldn't do to someone.
Yeah.
I don't like being it being done to me.
I was just shy. Let him know, though. Let him know. I think he just wants to hear that from you.
At this point of the episode, I was like, honestly, Medhi, if you want to drop her, just drop her. Because one thing about us, the audience, I mean, I can't vote, but I'm pretty sure based on the comments, a lot of people feel the same. Even if Whitney is alone, she's going to have a lifeline, which is herself. Whereas with Medhi, or your ass is grass, real quick. Jess wants to talk to Mitch about Sammy, and Sammy thinks that this is a wind-up, but honestly, Jess talks to Mitch all the time.
I just said to him, like, you've got to understand, I've not done nothing wrong here, and I feel like I've been made to feel like I've done something wrong when I actually haven't.
Playing games, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely a little gameplay.
I'm not getting on that.
Oh. Jess is 22.
That's the sort of shit you pull when you're 18, isn't it? That's what I'm saying, bro.
I do like Sammy, but he's just fucking young.
Yeah.
I've been calling him Mitch. His name is Munch. Girl, get it together. So most of the conversation was basically talking about the Sammy situation. And it's so funny seeing Sammy have a cow about it. I'm like, they have been attached at the hip since the second episode, if not the first. So them having a conversation isn't out of the norm. I don't know if Sammy thought he had full monopoly on Jess or something, but like, relax. I also found it rich how everybody brings up age. When everybody, with the exception of Catherine for the most part, actually no, Catherine 100%, and then Whitney for the most part are mature. The only reason why I don't give Whitney all the maturity is because sometimes she reacts at the wrong times. It's great for TV, but in the heat of the moment, it's like, girl, not right now. Come on, right? But a good bunch of the rest of the cast is very immature. So who are you talking about? They're just a 22-year-old young boy. Oh, she's 22. What does she know? All y'all is immature. All of y'all. And Munch, stop degrading other men in order to make yourself look better. It's not cute and it's not gonna work. Whitney and Medhi rehash their laughing at the speech conversation, and I felt like he handled the conversation the same way she handled the conversation the last time that she wanted an apology from him. However, I think her apology in this conversation was better than his apology the last time.
I liked your speech.
Okay.
It was really nice to hear, and I should have told you. Yeah.
Actions, they speak louder than words. So let's see if it happens again. Mieux vaut tard que jamais, which means better be late than never.
I'm just here like, I hope to God this is a cultural barrier. Because if it is not, this kind of reminds me of women who say like, oh, I want a man to put me in my place. But like, when does that end, the putting in your place thing, you know? Like, it can start to come across the way Medhi has been coming across, and could be cultural. I don't know. I just know in my own culture, it wouldn't fly with me. Like, why do you feel like you are this domineering person and I need to just bend to your will oftentimes? And it's like, no. The way Whitney has shown so much grace towards Medhi is a lot more than I believe he deserves, because I don't see the same grace being extended to her, you know? So yeah, he needs to remember that again, she is his lifeline, whereas she doesn't need a lifeline. Jess is concerned that Sammy is going to continue to bring drama to her doorstep, and she's not here for it.
Is this going to be every girl that comes in now? Are you going to want to get to know her and flirt with her? And I'm going to be just stuck there.
I apologise for anything that I might have upset you. As I said, can we move on? And you get in bed and just turn your back on me. Is that why?
I don't want to talk
You
about
miss
it
smile?
anymore.
No, proper smile.
Yes.
I really hope that he stays. And I hope that they make it to a movie night, and they better give us, this would be the season to give us a movie night. This is the season, because the man was talking about tasty this and terrace kiss that and blah, 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 and was playing up the connection with Leah to the guys, but then acting ignorant in front of Jess's face. I need to see all of that. I need to see all of that. And I hope she isn't as smitten as Liberty was with Jake back then, because it really, really did break her. But it's like the same thing. Jake had an MO and latched onto Liberty because he knew she was sprung. Sammy's doing the same damn thing. All right, so in the game, we had some results that I hope I get right. The game was a little bit confusing to me, but whatever. Mitch was being weird, and he was trying to soak just Molly, and I'm like, okay. And it's funny because he got the majority of the votes of being the least trustworthy. A lot of people said that Zach and Molly are playing a game. Yikes. Molly thinks that they are open, while Judas says he's not. Ty said his head won't turn. Sammy said his head can turn, and then went on this full speech about how some of the people in the villa are liars. And Tariq is like, if you're going to talk about it, talk about it. Name names, right? Name names. But he didn't want to name any names. And then damn near everybody said that Medhi and Whitney don't have, or not that they don't have sexual attention, but they have the least sexual attention, which, yes, that came as a surprise to nobody. So after the challenge, of course, Sammy's words have irritated Tariq, and some people in the Discord were wondering, since when were Sammy and Tariq so close? Tariq on the After Sun, I think it was the After Sun or another video, I'm pretty sure it was the After Sun, was saying that Sammy's his best friend, literally. Like, it's him, Judas, and Sammy. They're like 3 peas in a pod, you know? So it is kind of annoying to hear your friend say something about you that seems like an indirect. If we're really boys, tell me to my face, you know what I mean? And then you have Whitney and Medhi. This is where the episode was confusing to me. They're both coming to a simultaneous realization that maybe things aren't good between them.
Do you think anything's changed with you and Whitney?
Yeah, probably not in a good way though.
We're both slow burners in our way, and yeah, I don't know how it's going to work.
So at this point of the episode, I'm like, okay, they're going to break up. No big deal. It is what it is. I'm like in support of it because I don't care. Whatever Whitney does, I ride for it. Honey, they done flipped the script on me. And I don't want to jump ahead, but I was just very confused. Jess is feeling like the trust between her and Sammy has been broken. Has he been in here long enough for y'all to build that much trust? Well, anyway, she feels like it's broken.
Being a very flirty man, like, it makes me think,
Yeah, but
like,
that's
if
what
you're
I'm
being...
like when I'm getting to know someone.
I know, which is fine.
I can't lie to you and say, sit in that boat and say, I am 100% closed off to anyone that comes through that door.
I want Jess to keep her wits about her because the girl is clued up. She is clued up. And it's unfortunate that she isn't getting much play in the villa because it's making her settle for something that I think in her heart she knows isn't all the way right for her. But she's so aware of this man. And I'm like, girl, follow your gut. Your gut is telling you the right thing. And unfortunately, she is keeping herself open, but she wants to pursue Munch out of spite. And I'm like, no, don't do that. It's literally okay to be alone. You don't have to now explore a connection to make the other person upset, because now it's tit for tat and that's not cute. This is... You cannot predict what happens on this season. Medhi done flipped the script.
I know I've been shit. Yeah, it's just I want to make efforts for you. I want to show you, you know, that you are important to me.
Does this mean that you like me?
I do like you, Whitney. I do.
I kind of like you too.
Okay.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I'm okay with it because it's chaos and it's great TV, but I cannot keep up. I thought you were just saying you were going to break up with her because you realized it's too much for you. And I thought she was coming to the same realization too. Like, what? They must have chopped a good chunk of that conversation out because clearly we missed something. Then we see Catherine trying to get into Scott's head, figuring out, okay, who are you leaning more towards? And it's clear he has stronger feelings for Leah.
I just feel like I sort of know more about Leah now. So maybe my head is looking a little bit that way. We've got the action of, no, I'd never do anything wrong, whilst giving eye contact that says the complete contradiction of what you're saying.
Again with the eye contact, like, ugh. Okay, child. I'm not surprised that he knows more about Leah because when Leah is sitting in front of everybody, she reads out her biography. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. With Catherine, you know what I would like to see? Do you guys remember Medhi? Shout out to the Medhis. The Medhi from 3 seasons ago now, and he was on Kaz and Tyler's season where he was in Casa Amor and he wanted to go for Kaz, but Kaz went for the scruffy haired guy. A guy with that kind of aesthetic with Catherine. Sweetie, that's a vibe. I don't know if they're going to cast somebody like that for this Casa because that was a rare occasion. Even in Ovi from season 5, like we don't see too many men like that come through the villa. But if they did, I would love to see what that would look like with Catherine. Ella, like everybody else, feels like the connection between Medhi and Whitney is just friendship. But Whitney's there like, no, it's deeper than that.
That's friendship without the oomph. Yeah, but I see it as we've got a good foundation going on. But
You
yeah.
two are funny.
He is funny.
Do you feel like you could catch feelings for him?
Yeah, I like him. I'm not gonna front.
What?
I already told him.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say that.
When I tell you, I literally threw my head back and cackled like Trina Braxton. The girl is smitten. You cannot make it. She is smitten. Heavy. I don't know if she forced herself into it or, like I've been saying, banter, proximity, it makes you feel a different way. I don't know what it is. Would she be attracted to him on the outside? I don't know. But she likes him on the inside, child. Munch is back to being a sappy sop and he feels like he wants to take... I said Munch, right? Yeah. He wants to take Sammy's place.
I see you two hooking kiss. I was like, just stop. This is it's me now. Don't do that to him anymore. I think we look good together.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I think my mum would like you.
You know, in the beginning, I was actually championing for them to be together. I do feel like there is a connection there that could flourish. But because of how he has handled things up until this point, and he has let girl after girl after girl after girl come in and take his attention, now it's like she is a last resort. And she told him that. So I don't know if I can root for it anymore. And then I also don't want her to pursue it only just to piss off Sammy. Like, no, you really don't have to do that. That's so unnecessary. And Munch, stop talking down on other people to make yourself look better. Like, it's so unbecoming. It's not nice. Like, ooh, stop it. Do I root for this couple? I don't think so. I think it's too little too late. And the fact that he pigeonholes himself. Oh, somebody asked in the comment what pigeonhole is. It's this, like, all these options, and now we're just going to one option. So pigeonhole. I feel like, what was I even saying? Y'all made me lose my train of thought. This is your fault. Whatever, moving on, because I literally can't remember what I was going to say. Judas might have taken himself out the game. But guess who's still playing it? Molly.
My head can't get turned. So
I didn't expect that.
how come?
I don't know.
I promise you, in 30 minutes, I'm next to you.
I like everything you just said.
If Judas is gonna be taken down, and I don't mean the hideaway kind, by Molly, I will holler. You know, that might be her redemption arc for me. If she can take down Judas, you're all right with me, girl. You are all right with me. So here comes the end of the episode. The end of the episode shows us Whitney talking to Catherine. And she obviously has concerns about Medhi, but she really likes the guy. And honey, their relationship, it has progressed.
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to come to the terrace with me.
Oh! Matt has summoned her to this terrace. I'll update you. What's going on? Matt has summoned her to the terrace. Are you going?
Why are you being shy right now?
I'm not shy.
You are.
I was French.
Better than English, no?
I don't even know what to say. Listen, I'm rooting for Whitney and blank. And right now, Medhi's name is on the blank. Y'all go. Whitney forever. I think this relationship should end as soon as the villa is closed for business because Medhi is a trip. And Whitney feels like she's acting so far out of her character. And I'm like, I hope that's just because it's butterflies and it's unusual, but not like an actual denouncing of yourself in order to please somebody else, because hell no, don't do that. But yeah, what an episode. Hella confusion, but I love it. This season is so unpredictable. We might have to do a live at the end of the week. Should we do that? I know you guys are going to say yes. Anyways, as always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.